What is up, everybody? I am Taylor, and this is my 12,000th attempt at recording this video. Not really. I'm just having a day. and it's a Sunday when I'm recording this. I'm probably going to drop it on Monday, and now I have to figure out where I put the PDF file because I'm a hot mess. I'm reviewing Stellarlands, and why don't I just drag this thing onto my desktop so I can actually review this stupid thing? Stellarlands number 1. It's written by Max Ferrata. Yeah, keep both. Come on, just give me this. Let me just actually view this stupid thing. Yeah, you're going to get the behind-the-scenes rough cut thing. I am not going to be... There we go. All right, so Stellarlands. It's written by Max Ferrata, art by Ben Worrell, colors by Wilson Go, letters by SK, and edited by Katrina Poets. It's published by Comics Studios. I'm going to leave a link down below where you can purchase the book, and a link to a trailer, and, follow the creators, all that stuff. It'll be in the link in the description. You'll figure it out. It's a story of a flawed superhero who's like sponsored by these corporations. Anvil Liza, I believe is her name. Yeah, the character's name is not super memorable, honestly. You're kind of just thrown into the story where she's testifying and before a panel of government, and then sent out on a mission, which is a good story device because it kind of just gets you like thrown right into it without a big exposition dump of what's going on. You kind of left to your own devices to figure it out, and the story does unfold as it goes along. You learn more about the main character as it goes along, and you learn the sort of not fatal flaw, but like there's a character, the character has a problem, and you'll learn about it as you go. I don't want to like spoil it by getting too far into what that is, but yeah, it's definitely a problem that affects the character, affects the people around her, and affects the story, and so it's an interesting choice by the creators, and I like it. It's the main hero Anvil sort of seems like your typical indestructible, Superman stand-in, although it's a she, and but yeah, sponsored in a war figure, and like there's multiple factions of war where the sides are always shifting, and the allies are enemies, and enemies are allies, and the missions are kind of like seem uselessly redundant and that kind of stuff. So it's definitely not a pro-war comic, which I'm a fan of. Wait, hang on. I'm not a fan of war. I'm a fan of calling out the needless atrocities and the needlessness of war in a lot of cases. And this comic does a good job of it. Overall, I really did like the book. I think it's an effective first issue. I'm looking forward to reading more from these guys. There are a few nitpicky things I'm going to get into that I didn't care for or thought could have been handled a little bit better. One of them is like when you sort of finally find out what this character's flaw is, the reveal doesn't seem super believable because it's other characters that are pointing out this flaw, and the way that they sort of find out about it, you're like, I don't know how they would have if they've been in their life situation on their own as a thing. And then it's also kind of like a anticlimactic way they do it art-wise. And that some of the art, like it's a 9-panel grid throughout the book, and it's pretty well done, digitally drawn, digitally colored, and I like it. I just wish some of the camera angles and some of the choices were a little bit different on some of the more dramatic moments. I don't think you need full splash pages to highlight some stuff, but I do think they could have done a better job of like just the choices they made as far as like which parts of the character like or how far away the character is during some more certain moments would have helped clear things up. And then there are these fake ads that are interspersed throughout the book, which I like. They're a good way of like filling you in on what's going on some of the elements of the story without just being an exposition dump. But one of them in particular kind of breaks up the story in a place where I don't think it fits super well, because like they use it as a transitionary device, but like the transition doesn't make a lot of sense because like you see the two side characters doing one thing, and then like all of a sudden fake ad, and then we're in a whole different place or a whole different situation and after we get back from the ad, and that's kind of jarring. And I read it twice, like I said, and it still kind of like doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me there. You can pick it up and you can follow along afterwards, and you're like kind of back in the action pretty quickly, but it just kind of took me out of the book in that moment. But that, again, these are all nitpicks. For an indie created book, and you can tell it's a passion project, and you can tell it to me is locked to creators. And I think they did a really nice job with it. I think the main character is pretty interesting, and I look forward to finding out more about her in future issues, assuming she's a focus. I'm not sure if she would be. The series is called Stellarlands, so it doesn't really. It's not called Anvil Liza. It's not called so it might not be her story. It might be more other stories of what's going on in the world or other parts of this like war-torn galaxy. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know. I'm looking forward to finding out. But yeah, it's a pretty beefy tome. Like there's actually like 48-ish pages of story here, and then a few like 44. Sorry, I added stuff, people. Yeah, 44 pages, 46. Oh, hang on, 40. Yeah, we'll say 44 pages of story, and then some ephemera and the thank yous and sketches and character design stuff, and yeah, a little bit of added bonus at the end. It's a melancholy book. It's not super cheerful. So if you're looking for a happy-go-lucky, cheerful romp, this is not it. But if you're looking for a pretty interesting introduction into a new universe and a new set of characters and a new, intergalactic Beastie Boys quote. Yeah, okay. I am a hot mess today. I'm recording on a Sunday and I don't normally do this. And this is my second attempt at recording this because I'm a moron. So take that for what it's worth. Don't be a dick. Go give these guys a follow. And if you like sort of what I've talked about or any of the sort of pages I kind of intersperse throughout here, because I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that, people. I'm just not calling them out like doesn't matter. Go buy the book. Support some indie shit. Don't be a dick. See ya.